All right.
Hey.
My administrator is working on the trolley ducks.
The trolley ducks?
Yeah. Ducks that troll or trolls that duck. One or the other. Actually, last night was pretty good because we didn't even have one. Now, we didn't look after the fact.
No, they're good.
Oh, no, apparently they were good. No one showed up after the fact. So I find they're starting a little later. So, anyways, I got a new face cream today.
What'd you get?
It's called Snail Repair and Brighten. Snail skin.
Is that made from the slime of the snails?
Yep, that's all I use now. It's here. It's here. I have another one in the bedroom.
And is it making you look more younger and more beautiful by the moment?
Actually, no, what it does do is cut down on the lines because if you look, my lines aren't all that bad.
So I see.
And I have an old injury on one side that from when we were kids that every now and then it flares up. Actually, no, what it does do is cut down.
Oh. So you know what we're doing is we're talking about this when Tracy and Jessica appear online.
That's fine. That's why I'm so cute. Look, if you guys ever want to try it, it's called Black Snail. And then this one, which is a whitening snail cream. And it really does work. At least I think it does. So hello, everyone. Hello, Tracy, Jessica, Melissa, Jeannie, Christina, and Faye.
Hi, Faye. Hi, everybody.
I saw the picture of 5 generations. That was pretty neat.
Very cool.
And Jeannie? Yes, my daughter still does paintings. She hasn't done anything recently. Oh, maybe she has. But she's also working on a computer program and she's doing some stuff there. She might bring something over to show you guys. This is one that's in progress.
Very nice.
So, but yep, she's still doing. Yes, I can post a photo. I'll put it on Facebook after we're done. But I get it through Amazon. I should probably become one of those distributors. You could go in and go through mine, but that's too much work. Okay. Hello, Renee. I am using the Crystal Power Tarot tonight.
I am using dogs. Power of the dog. And if you hear crunchy noises in the background, that's because the power of my Bailey is she is trying to slowly chew through a semi-empty peanut butter container that has dog treats stuck to the bottom with peanut butter.
Yeah. And Jeannie, she still occasionally does portraits. If I knew where one was right now, I'd show it to you. It's pretty amazing, but I don't know exactly where it is. And she might go find it. But in the meantime, while she looks for it, look at that. A good kid. The one with Pam and her sister. We'll start with Tracy.
Okay.
So, Tracy. Whoops. Almost knocked the water over. Oh, nice. Ace of Pentacles. This is with the malachite stone. It says on the card, I am always rewarded for what I do. But I'm thinking of this as, wow, look at that power of money and the magic in the green. And it's that feeling of contentment coming towards you, Tracy. And it's like you've literally pulled a serving dish out of the closet, put it on the table, and then you put onto it all the images that you'd like to see around you. Not only the images, but the colors. So green is a really healing color. It's also connected to money and imagination and growth.
Okay. So I quickly swallow hot soup. I chose for you the sea puppy. And if you look how happy the sea puppy is, and this talks about kind of what D'Arcy had to say, but this talks about tapping into your creative abilities, new beginnings, and your intuition is going to go through a period that is really, really strong. Trust it. Trust what it has to say.
Trusting the instinct, I know I always say it, is one of the hardest things, even for myself. But I do try to listen. Hello, Jessica. Jessica, 3 of coins, and this is with the malachite as well. When I show my work, others give support. And this is threefold. This is you showing your work and showing how you do it and being rewarded for it and being recognized for it. This is the work you do for yourself, the personal growth, the training, the looking after yourself. And then the other growth is your imagination, never allowing it to get stale, Jessica, making sure that it grows and it becomes larger than life.
Okay.
And know that having it larger than life leads you into the path that you really want to go in.
So the Fire Guardian, and the Fire Guardian talks about leadership and the ability to face challenges despite what they are, and the ability to be brave enough to know how to bring out not just the best in yourself, but the best with everyone else around you.
Okay, so Jeannie, to answer your question, here's Pam and her sister.
That's very beautiful.
Then here is someone that she saw a picture and she drew him. So she still does do portraits. Okay.
We have our first draw.
Yeah, well, my help is busy. She'll get to him. Melissa, hi, how are you doing? Oh my God, I'm going to throw all the tea and coffee around on my desk tonight. So, Melissa, I had 2 cards throw out. Okay, King of Swords, and this is Amatrin, and it says, I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. And then 2 of Wands, which is Garnet, and it says, I focus on what I want to make happen. But when I look at this, what I'm feeling is you need to stand strong for a decision that you're going to make pertaining to your work. And know, Melissa, as you do it, you're really trusting your instincts. You're not saying, oh yeah, okay, I'll do that, but maybe I'll change my mind later. It says stand strong for your belief. It seems to be really important. Now I'll extend that to home as well as work, but they are saying to stand strong.
Who are we reading for now?
Melissa.
Melissa, I'm going to read for you, and then Jessica said she missed what I said. So I'll repeat Jessica in just a second. Or do you want me to do Jessica first?
Do Jessica first and then move on to Melissa.
I picked for you the alpha male. And what the alpha male talks about is your strength of leadership, the direction you can offer other people, including the fact that you can admit that you were wrong, because a good leader knows when to take a step back and follow their instincts and know that they could have made a better choice and be willing to face that. I hope that makes it a little more clear. And for you, Melissa,
yep.
I chose the Sea Guardian. And if you look, the Sea Guardian is very regal in the ocean, very calm, very, dreamy, looking off into the bright future, possibly. This is a time that you should tap into your creative ability, maybe write a romance story. And I know that sounds silly, but this card makes me think that when you're looking longingly, sort of daydreaming, we daydream about romance, we daydream about making our lives better. And if you can daydream about something like that, it's just a step away from writing about it and tapping into that creative ability of yours.
Oh, great idea. Well, Jeannie, how are you? I pulled the Tower. And this card has the this is being blind, Hermonite, and the roof-lated quartz. I don't think I've ever heard of that. It says, I surrender and I know how to go forward. But this makes me think of the germination, like spring's here, things are beginning to grow. Maybe you're going to plant something, Jeannie. Could be a new idea. And I know that this isn't a cat. I believe it's just a mountain. But when I look at it on the side, it looks like a cat and it looks like a person, you know, like this, like Adonis in contemplation. So you may be sitting in contemplation. And if a cat comes up and starts purring to you, maybe it's trying to give you a message. Animals are just as intuitive as people. So it doesn't hurt if you've got an animal and you need to ask a question, ask the animal the question, because it can actually purr the answer.
Bailey's saying hi. So I picked for you the Ace of Fire. This talks about new beginnings. Embrace life with a little more enthusiasm moving forward. It's talking about the end of feeling lethargic and the beginning of new energy coming towards you.
Nice. So, Christina, hello. I have the Five of Cups, which is aquamarine stone, and it says, I will move forward when the time is right. And this one makes me think of maybe looking after your diet and also making sure you're getting plenty of fluids. Make sure you're moving around. Don't sit stationary. I almost want to say to make a little obstacle course. So, you know, the hopscotch where you used to make the little squares and you throw the stone and you go hopping through it. And so, or skipping a rope or something. But they're saying to be active, to keep the fluids inside your body in a continuous motion. So really make sure you're drinking enough, watching your diet, and making sure you're active.
Hi, I picked Justice. If you look, here's this beautiful puppy dog holding the scales of justice. Remember that justice is supposed to be blind, so it cannot determine who is right or who is wrong, but does it by vision, but by merit, right? So take a step back from the situation you're facing and listen to both yourself and those around you, and even pay attention to the things you're looking at so that you can judge fairly. You know, there's that old adage, I knew a minister who was a bit of a smart ass, and I remember saying to someone in a cadet camp, just go to hell. And the minister was behind us and tapped me on the shoulder and said, fiercely, judge not lest ye be judged. And what that was talking about wasn't that I was going to go to hell for being judged, but that I should pay attention to everything around me before I made that decision. So I think that's what the Justice card is trying to say, is if you're facing any kind of difficulty, step back. Remember to try to be fair and honest with both yourself and the issue you're having.
Well, Faye, hello, dear. I have picked death for you, and we all know death doesn't mean dying. It's the Phantom Quartz, and it says, I let go and embrace new beginnings. And I like it because there's a butterfly and all the energy and power of auras all around you. So this is about you stepping out of your safety zone, doing something maybe you're not used to. And I feel like the New Start, New Beginning has this idea that just when you think you're down in the dumps, all of a sudden this new idea pops itself into place. And they're saying, expand your wings because you can fly. And I always think flight is an important part of all our aspects, because I do believe at one point in all our lives, we owned wings, but now we're stationary on Earth. So we can fly in different ways with our imagination, with our creativity, with our ability to think outside a box. And that's what you can do.
So, hello, darling. Oh, Faye, I'm at 85 finds now. I went on a memorial geocache trail. Very interesting. So I picked for you the Sea Alpha Male. And what this talks about, it talks about a couple things. It talks about your strength. If you notice, like the waves are kind of crushing and everything about this dog, and yet he's very, very steady. He's true to himself. He has control over his emotions, right? A balance. So while you're going out there to fly and everything, remember that all things should be tempered with balance. Don't fly off a cliff or anything.
I don't know. She's got on a parachute, a set of wings. I think she could.
Balance. That's still balance. Balance in everything.
Okay, Renee. Hello, Renee. I have the Emperor, which has... Oh my God, I cannot see. See if I can do it with a different pair.
Well, that didn't sound good when you went, I have, oh my God.
I can't see. I have red jasper in this one, and it's the Emperor, and I am empowered to make my choices. Look at this. Look at all that yellow energy and how he's sitting, and it looks so uncomfortable. I'm going to say that if you're going to make decisions, be comfortable with the decisions you're making. He sort of looks like he's sitting on the other kind of throne, but I'm going to say some of the best ideas come from sitting on the other kind of throne. So, sometimes there's a reason why men take magazines into the bathroom or newspapers and read them. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm good.
So Orville, just remember that there are reasons men bring magazines into the bathroom. I don't want to know.
Anyways. Okay. Renee, you're going to make a decision. Be comfortable with your decision. Sit on it for a few days until you decide this is the right decision for you. Yeah. Peanut Gallery goes on the toilet.
So,
I'm sorry. Hey, this is why people pay me to do readings, because the strangest things come out of my mouth.
So Renee, I picked for you the Trickster, and the Trickster talks about don't get focused on what you think are your limitations, because the Trickster is really about deceiving ourselves. Coyotes and crows are considered tricksters, right? And one lies to the other, and the other believes the lie, partly because they want to believe the lie. So, the crow comes to the coyote one day and says, the creator said, let's eat all of mankind. And so off they go together, and the crow finds all the hidden humanities in the first peoples, and the coyote eats them. And then the coyote blames the raven, when in the truth, the trickster is what you're deceiving yourself. The coyote deceived himself by really thinking the crow made him eat all the original people. And remember, when we lie to ourselves, there is a price to pay, even when we're lying to ourselves. Before I forget, D'Arcy, Sandra Murray is here.
Okay. We'll do her after Shar.
Hi, Shar.
Shar is next. Hello, Shar. I picked the Hangman, and this is selenite, and it says that you can see situations from any direction, because you can't really see, but he's hanging upside down, and it's almost like in this particular case, Shar, I'm going to say align yourself. Either if you go to a chiropractor, get him to realign you, or if you need to realign your chakras, then realign yourself, because I feel that the more you're in tune with what's going on inside of you, the more in tune you become with the outside world around you. And sometimes we think we hear things, but we're not sure. So really pay attention to your hearing. Before you comment on it, make sure you've heard it the way it really was said.
Okay, Shar, for you, I better take a look at what I picked. The Three of Fire. So if you look, here's a very strong dog, which is, you're not a dog, but you're a very strong person, looking to their future. And the home fires are burning, and there's houses. And what this talks about is working on your own enterprises, opening yourself to the possibility of growth, of new information coming in. Please keep track of your health. Make sure that you have followed through with health issues, and to prepare yourself for a new adventure. And just embrace it. Don't be so. The only limitation you need to put on yourself right now is the limitations you choose. So have fun with it.
So for Sandra, I have the Garnet and the Eight of Wands, and this is about manifesting opportunities around you. Now, Sandra, this isn't just limited to work. This is opportunities where you may want to buy something and you see it and you go and get it and manage to get it on sale. It's also about opportunities of meeting people and maybe even being creative at the same time. So this goes beyond just work-related opportunities. It's taking opportunities and manifesting them inside of your life the way you want to see it. So it's about every parcel of your life.
Hi, hun. The card that drew on the deck was the Six of Sky, and I really want you to take a minute to look at this card. If you look, the dog here, he or she, they're walking away from all the things that what they thought they wanted in the past. You know, if you look below, they thought they wanted a rabbit, but the rabbit hid and they can't see it. They thought they wanted the squirrel. And what this talks about is getting ready for a change, cutting your losses with the negative crap. You know, sometimes you just have to walk away from negative crap. And think of it as taking a butcher knife. Recently, I've been talking a great deal about kitchen knives, which is ironic considering I'm afraid of knives. But envision taking a butcher knife or a sharp machete and just whacking whatever was in the past, not physically, we're talking metaphorically. And let it go and just start moving forward. Time to move forward with your life.
It's like bury the hatchet. Just make sure no one sees you do it.
Oh, never mind.
What can I say? I can think of some good ones. And sometimes they come out without me even realizing it until it hits me.
Just walk away.
Okay. Orville, hello. Aren't you so glad you came on the show tonight? Six of Cups.
Yes, because we all know what men do with magazines in the bathroom.
It's not so funny now. I remember and treasure past happiness. So this is really looking at where your life has been. And I'm not a big one on looking back, but I think that the memories that have created us, good and bad, fair and ugly, right and wrong, they're all part of who we are. And without them, we would be different people. And so this is remember the happiness, the moments that brought you the most joy inside of your life, because all it is right here. All you have to do is tap the heart and those memories will come pulling forward. And it just feels like this is a time, this is your moment to really remember all the happiness that has been inside your life, because that same happiness will be in different shapes and forms in your future. Yeah, our special kitty.
Poor cat. Embarrassed to be a tabby cat. Orville, hi. I hope all is well with you. The Earth Guardian is the card that came up. And you know, this talks a lot about who you are. So this talks about being someone who is really, really good at doing their job, putting all the blocks in order. And it's all right to take pride in that. It's that pride, because that comes from part of where you came from. And that pride is what makes you very, very good. And there's a possibility, of potential leadership coming because of your ability to be able to see a plan, make the plan, set the plan, and follow the plan, and help others follow the plan. So if an opportunity for some kind of courses comes up that offers leadership, please consider taking them. And have a really good day.
Yeah. So, Kayleen, hello. I have for you the Wheel of Fortune, which is the green adventurin. And it says that I trust whatever universe brings to me is what's meant to be. So it's a vortex. My daughter and I went to Sedona, Arizona, and that still rhymes. And while we were there, we both experienced that feeling of a vortex where you step into it and all sound cease to exist except what's inside of it. And this is what I feel is that all sound, all decisions may cease to exist for you. In other words, you're not making it, universe is helping you make it. That the decision is coming from an outer force rather than just from yourself. Again, free will, you still have to have a little play in it. But the truth is that when you make the decision, you know you're making the right one. Now, this is around work, and it's also around a relationship that you're making a decision. So take your time doing it and allow universe to guide you.
I wasn't laughing at what you were saying. I was reading Orville's message.
Oh, I don't actually see you when I'm talking.
So, I know, isn't the kitty cat adorable? This card is the strength card, darling. And what the strength card talks about isn't just about being strong. But if you look really close, you can see, I think it's a cat playing with the dog's tail.
It does look that way.
And the dog is 10 times stronger than the cat. But if you look, this dog has patience and enough self-awareness to know that the cat isn't going to hurt him. So he doesn't have to lash out, right? So bear in mind that there are always going to be people, especially I think in the next week or so, they're kind of going to be nipping at you. Just remember, you're strong and you're confident. They can't affect you any more than the cat can affect the dog's tail unless the dog allows itself. So just be patient and remember, courage and strength isn't always about aggression.
Okay. Next is Shay Shay. Stop licking your toes. Shay Shay, I have for you Temperance. And this one is blue calcite. And it says, I find clarity through calmness. And that's exactly what she's doing. Think of juggling. Think of balancing, like when you move a ball back and forth between your hands, like if you ever played basketball or baseball. And this is finding that calm spot inside of yourself before you make any kind of decisions in your life. But this is also a message coming towards you, one with great joy attached to it. And there's also a little bit of a trip, and I don't know who Lily or Lillian or Laurel or Lorraine, so it's the L I'm looking for, is connected to you somehow. And I do feel like they're going to be in touch.
So the card I picked on the top of the deck looks pretty ominous, the Ten of Sky. And, this dog has obviously weathered a storm and is pulling out the arrows. And what it talks about is, it talks about two things. It talks on an emotional level that you may feel like you're at the end of your rope, the end of your tether. Remember to reach out to people if you're actually feeling that way on some level, but also remember that this is just the end of the storm. And at the end of a storm, it's like the end of anything. An end of a rainbow, at the end of a rainstorm, there's a rainbow. Even with a hurricane, at the end of a war, there's a time of peace and resolution. So you're just coming through a rough spot, and there is time to heal and time for peace and time for rainbows afterwards. So have faith. It's just a little bit of a rough spot.
All right. Well, and once again, my headphones are telling me they're going to hang up on me. So I'll play it by when they do. I can watch when Penelope's done talking. So, and I won't have any idea what she's saying, so this will prove interesting. But you still can hear me. Okay. You're welcome, Melissa. Hello, Kathy. And I hope, Jessica, you heard your message. Same with you, Jeannie. You're welcome. And next is Kathy and then Audrey.
Hi, Kathy. Go ahead, Darcy.
Kathy. I have the Eight of Swords, which is Sug-like. Looks And it says, release yourself from all binds that you feel tie you in place. Just let them go. Pull them out one at a time. It's like stitches. When you get stitches, you can actually pull them out yourself when the time is right. Not that doctors want to hear you do that, but the truth is, it's like anything in life. If you take it apart slowly, like if you're crocheting or you're knitting and you miss a stitch, I don't know how to pick the stitch up. I know there's a way to do it, but I don't know how. So I just slowly take it apart till I get back to where I want to be. And then I start it all over again. Maybe it's a little time consuming, but the thing is, because I'm willing to go back and make some changes, then those changes move me into where I need to be. So Kathy, nothing really binds you, only yourself. Take it apart slowly.
Kathy, I see a time of celebration coming towards you. Just do me a favor. Remember, COVID's still out, and I don't know if you've got your first inoculation or not. I know D'Arcy did, but enjoy a time of gathering, but safe distance. I mean, you can see most of these animals are safe distance apart on a beach, but don't be afraid to spend some time with people that you love. Just be safe.
Okay. The next is Audrey. I am just trying to see if I can hook up my other headset. I don't know. Can you still hear me? I'm going to take that as a no. Okay, never mind. We'll go with this until it dies. All right. So Audrey, let's see what we have for you. 4 wands. You have the garnet, and the universe brings to you everything that makes you happy. I'm not going to say sometimes it doesn't throw in like a mud pie, but this is, oh wait, if it's a mud pie and it's chocolate with green wafer crust, that's definitely worth having universe throw it at you.
I was waiting for that.
But they're saying that things come towards you the way they're meant to be. To take your time, enjoy the moment. Don't rush to the next event or the next obstacle. Walk to it, because maybe you can walk around it. You don't have to go over it. Sometimes we can walk around an obstacle. But they're saying that this is falling into place for you. Things are beginning to lighten up, and you're going to see a lot of brightness around you in the near future. And for me, near future is 6 months to a year. And that good things are beginning to happen. Just take your time, Audrey.
So Audrey, the card drawn for you was the Emperor. And the Emperor talks about being true to yourself, being strong, acknowledging the fact that you are a leader in your community, and that you shouldn't be so nervous about helping other people or worrying if you're causing harm. So one of the things that is really cool about you is you are a student of life. You're always learning as you go through this life. For some people stop. Continue doing that and go forward with being a leader and setting your plans in place. And don't be nervous that you're not going to succeed, because you will succeed.
Okay, so hello, Sarah. Aloha to you as well. And happy full moon would explain why I'm not sleeping. So a message for you, your new partner, or your business. I'm going to do all three at once. All right. So I picked 3 different cards for you. Funny you said full moon, because this is regenerate any of your stones, your crystals, anything that you use to move your progress in life ahead. Okay, even to regenerate yourself, just standing outside, even if you can't see the full moon, you still can pull the power down to you. Okay, the business looks like it's just going to get busier and busier, so be prepared. And you have the garnet, okay? But it also says to follow your instincts for your business. Trust yourself, because if you don't trust yourself and you don't get it in writing, you only have yourself to blame. And then for your partner, he, she, whichever, has Suglite and the 6 of Swords, which means this is supposed to be an easy transition into a relationship where communication is number one goal between two people. So really important to make sure that communication is there. Be open to talking. If something's bothering either one of you, discuss it. It's really important.
So this person doesn't show up on my feed. So who is
Sarah?
This?
Sarah.
And what did she ask? Love, her partner.
No, she said any message, any messages for her new partner, or business. So I put all three together.
Okay, well, for business, I drew the 5 of fire, which talks about lots of competition and lots of challenges and some disagreements. But remember, competition is not such a bad thing, and disagreements can be worked out. The 6, the Sky Guardian, which talks about having courage and perseverance and belief that you can overcome anything. And the last one was for her lover, right?
Nope, for business. It was for herself, her partner, business. So whatever order you wanted to do them in.
So then this talks about building a partnership, being strong in that partnership, and moving forward in a good manner. I think that, to me, when I look at these, they talk about learning to work with that person, having faith that it's all going to work out, but also in that faith, build a really good business plan.
Nice. Elaine is next. Hello, Elaine. And, 2 swords. First of all, you got that sunlight again. For when I say again, the last person had it. And whatever decision you make, you're making it due to trust. You're not fighting it. You're trusting that you are making the right decision because it's coming from your heart. There's a communication between you and what I will call like a brother, so brother-in-law, cousin, someone you treat like such. And it feels that the communication is leading to a decision, like as though maybe you're planning a day trip or you're planning to rent their cabin or something like that. So they are saying that make sure you're clear, write it out if necessary, of how you'd like to see it. You don't always have to just hope that the person will remember. If you put it on paper, it is something you can go back to and clarify.
Hey, darling. I hope wedding plans are going well. This is the 6 of Sea, and it talks about nostalgia, remembering to tap into your inner child, like jumping into the ocean, reconnecting with who you were in a more innocent time. And it talks about a reunion. So possibly during that wedding, you might be reuniting with people you haven't seen in quite some time, and to enjoy and have fun.
Okay. So, Shar, you're welcome. Faye, you're welcome. Orville, I always have been known to stick my foot in my mouth. Renee, you're welcome. And now we have we have Lexi. Pardon me? Lexi.
And I have Bev next. So Lexi and then Bev?
Okay, I don't see Bev. So Lexi, Bev, and then Donna Marie.
Okay.
Okay, so Lexi, I have the 6 of Pentacles, which is Malachite. And it says that you give and receive because it's balance. So don't be afraid to say thank you. Don't go, oh, no, it's okay, I don't need help. They're saying to give and receive because you're very good at helping other people. What about allowing people to help you, Lexi? Be open. This isn't a challenge. Well, maybe for you it is to say thank you. And yes, I could use the help, but it shouldn't be a challenge. Just be prepared to be open and say thank you. When someone offers to help, this is the time where you learn to accept.
Okay, so for you, the Mage. And the Mage is talking about tapping into your willpower. And that whatever you undertake, you're going to be successful in. But if you also take a really good look, there are offerings on the stone or the altar, which can be your religion, your faith. Remember to give thanks is what it's saying. It's in your success, give thanks.
Yeah. So Bev is next, you said?
Yes.
Bev, Four of Swords, the Sug Light again. And this is taking time for yourself. This is regenerating yourself. This is taking moments where you sit there in blissful silence. And just putting that energy into yourself to nurture yourself. This time where you open the door and allow the little girl to come out and to just have a little fun. Dance in the living room like no one's watching you. Okay? Be open to the idea that sometimes we really have to nurture ourselves, because even though we think and know that other people care and love for us, but if we're not looking after ourselves, then we're losing some of the vitality that goes with putting ourselves into life.
So for you, I picked the five of Earth, and this is a time to say that watch your finances. Make sure you're yourself financially. Like maybe over helping some people or lending out money too much. Don't allow yourself to be overly isolated. But if you notice there's a dog there, just like two dogs are curled up taking care of each other. One's by itself seeking solace and time to heal. And it's just a time to sort of regroup and move forward. And know that what you want can happen, but it's okay to take that time just to be by yourself and regenerate.
All right. So Donna Marie is next, then Kristen, a different Kristen. Okay, Donna Marie, you have Citron, the Magician, and I Manifest. And the Magician is about having all the paraphernalia you need to make the things inside your life happen. That is what it's all about. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, you have the gift. And if you don't have it, you know that you can go and learn it. So be open. Be ready for changes, Donna, because it's definitely coming your way. And these feel good. They don't feel negative. It feels more like it's a shift into a new dimension of where you wanted your life to be. But it's a beautiful shift.
And for whatever reason, this card talks that while you're shifting, don't fall victim to greed or materialism. Part of growing in a gift is we learn to let go of materialism. We worry, especially during times of COVID, that if we have all this stuff around us that we're somehow secure. And it's just saying that's not how to tap into being secure. Trust in your gifts. Like D'Arcy said, learn your gifts. And you can be frugal, but don't become too greedy by having more just for the sake of having more.
Okay, so next is...
I have Hilda. Who do you have?
Kristen. You're a little farther down than I am.
Okay, well, I don't...
Kristen Nicole.
I don't have Kristen on my screen at all. So
okay,
we'll go with
so I have Kristen Nicole, and Kristen, I have pulled Ace of Cups, Aquamarine, and this is new starts, new love, emotional happiness. And this could even be for yourself. It could be that you're learning something new for yourself and that you're really finding there's a love and passion for it. So think of a craft, think of education, think of a new job choice, think of a relationship. And this is all about learning something new and finding the joy attached to it that just pulls you into it a little bit more each day.
And I got the Ace of Earth, which talks about new beginnings, the heralding in of new opportunities, new growth, the manifestation of your gifts. So really look around and listen to the signs. And I'm sorry, your cat's distracting me.
She's licking her clothes, I know.
And move forward. Don't be startled if you've discovered that your intuition is getting stronger, because this is a time of new beginnings.
Okay. So next is Amanda. Hello, Amanda. And I see where you got Bev from. You mean Bev Buffalo, right?
Yes.
Okay, I see. She was just a little farther down on me. Amanda, I picked Justice, which is solid light. And this is about speaking your truth. But it's keeping the truth fair. And did your daughter actually come home today? I still hear no. But the justice with this seems to be fair. So I'm hoping that everything worked out the way it should have today, and that there was a better result than anticipated. But this says that justice was fair. And it also says that it was fair not just to who the justice was being attached to, but also to you. Okay?
Okay, so the card that came up is the Fool. And the Fool does not mean that you are foolish. This card I absolutely love because it talks about belief that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, trotting down the road to a bright future, to knowing that your clarity of mind has power in itself, that you are respected, and everything is going to turn out the way it should.
Okay, so just in case my headphones go, I've got Margaret, and then I have Hilda.
Okay.
Okay, and so that's what I'm seeing. Everyone else, you're welcome. And really glad you're enjoying the evening. So, Margaret, I picked the star, which is Tanzanite, and it's about being inspired and being hopeful for the future and knowing that the future is falling into place the way it actually is meant to be, and to enjoy the moment, not tomorrow, right now. Enjoy the moment that you are going through, because the energy feels very positive, very upbeat, and it sort of feels like it should be flowing. So if there's any obstacles, I'm just going to say again, like I said to someone else, sidestep them, because maybe the obstacles are you putting them in the way, but this says things are going your way. Oh, and be proud of your choices.
You know, that's really cool because the Sky Alpha Female pretty much echoes that, Darce. Quick-witted, looking confident that you know what you're doing, the ability to see through to the root of an issue and follow it logically, and to communicate your needs to people. And you have that ability to communicate to people and to communicate clearly. So definitely don't try to get caught up in the issues.
Okay, so
the truth.
We have going to say you're welcome, Elaine and Bev. And then we have Hilda, and after that we have Linda Kim, and then Andrea. Okay, that's who I have in the next little bit.
Okay, I have, I have Andrea as well.
Okay, so Hilda, hello, welcome. I don't think we've seen you on the show yet. We have the Two of Pentacles here, Malachite, that's the stone. And it says, calmly put your best foot forward. Okay, when you're making a decision, and 2, 4, 6, 8, and even 10s, they're all about balance because there's equal numbers on each side. And so in some aspects, I think of them as stepping stones that we step into the next phase of life, of choices, because we're making a balanced choice. And this is saying that there's a lot of healing energy around you as well. And that just by moving forward slowly, you're moving into a dimension of life I don't think you ever thought you'd be there. Oh my God, I want to say you sound like your mother. I hope that's a good thing. Okay, so hopefully that's a good thing. Or hopefully that's a good thing. I'm going to stop there.
It was nice to see you, Hilda. Hilda is Audrey's sister. Audrey,
okay, here's the question. Audrey, does Hilda sound like your mom?
So Hilda, for you, the Six of Earth, and this is a time for you to be generous and to give. So if you look at this dog has 6 items and he gave away 3. So balance, generosity, and this includes the exchange of energy. You've had a lot of positive things come towards you recently in the beginning of healing and everything. And that is, healing comes from the sharing of energy. So don't forget to be willing to pass that forward. That is cruel.
She can't keep licking. She'll be raw.
She's licking a cloth.
No, she's actually licking her stomach.
So remember that this is a time for generosity, a time to give thanks, even to the Creator and the guardians for having helped you get through all this and to move forward with your life. Let go of the past, share the future, and be joyful.
Okay, so
Oh my God. Yes,
what?
she does sound like her mother.
Yay! Sorry. Linda, you're next. And then after Linda is Andrea, and then a Kim, who's new too. Hello. So, Linda, I have for you the Nine of Cups, Aquamarine. Trust that life is flowing in the direction that you would like it to go, even if the ride is bumpy. Sometimes we have to ride that wave to get to where we need to be. So be prepared and be ready for changes.
So, the card I picked is that when the change comes, you will triumph over everything and succeed. But remember, with triumph comes a touch of humility and a touch of being humble. So don't get too arrogant about the fact that you succeeded where others didn't.
Okay. Andrea. And just a minute, Amanda, I'm so glad she came home. And maybe Cheyenne will come home yet too. Be open. Okay. So, Andrea, hello. I picked Judgment, which has Bloodstone, and Bloodstone is to keep negative energy away, so you know. And it says, look back at yourself with compassion and love. Be joyful for who you are. Do not judge. As Penelope said earlier, least you be judged. Okay? Just be open. Remember that not everyone is perfect. And that's hard because, you know, we put a lot of faith in people and then they fall and then we don't give them the opportunity to renew their faith, our faith in them. So there's someone here who's falling a little from their pedestal. Don't judge them. Put yourself in their shoes and then look at it and add a little love to it so you can help them up.
Okay, and this card, the Nine of Sky, despite the fact that it looks really, really ominous, what it's talking about is not giving into your own fears. So when D'Arcy talks about someone falling from the pedestal, then you're afraid that maybe the pedestal was, you thought they were a saint and they, you know, that your relationship with them was strong and true, but because they faltered a bit, you start to feed into your own fears and your imagination takes flight. And this is saying, like the storm, this dog is protected from the storm, and yet he's afraid of the thunder and the lightning, but he's safe. And he's probably sitting there thinking, oh my God, the thunder and the lightning is going to come into the cave and I'm going to be, and this says stop feeding into your anxiety. Stop worrying about whether or not something is going to go wrong, because way too often we start to think things are going wrong and then they do.
Oh yeah, does it ever happen like that? Way too much. Do you see how big those eyes got? Because it's true. It really does. You start thinking negative and bang, it's right there in front of you. And better yet, start thinking you've got some bills to pay, because guess what? Those bills get even bigger. Okay. So in other words, don't bring trouble towards you. Push it away. Okay, Kim, well, hello. I believe it's the first time we've seen you. And I have the Hermit, which is turquoise, and it says, follow your own path. Be true to yourself. You can listen to other people, you can take advice, but at the end of the day, free will plays in here, Kim, and it's a decision for you to follow yourself, to be true, to be honest, and just know the path you follow is laid out for you. So trust your instincts, another high point here. And purple really stands out here in this card. So to me, that's your intuitive ability, maybe fine-tuning it a little, bring it more to the forefront, and just trusting that you're headed in the right direction.
So this is very similar. It's this Eight of Sky says don't become a victim of your own anxiety and that feeling of trapped. And
Hey, could you turn it on a little?
What?
Keep talking.
Oh, don't let panic limit your ability. When D'Arcy talks about this is your time, don't start over analyzing it and going, oh my God, what if, what if, what if? Because again, another person who feeds into their own panic.
Okay, so you're done. Next is ocean.
Okay, you have the feedback of what I just said coming back to you.
Okay, never heard a word you said. That's the name. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Ocean. I have the Seven of Wands, Garnet. This is holding true to your values. Okay, this is allowing you to know. You can turn it down again. This is holding true to your values, to know that the best foot you put forward is what people see. And this calls for a lot of happiness and brightness inside of your life. And for you to know that as you move forward in life, you've got support of people around you who love, admire, and cherish you.
And for you, the Nine of Sea, which talks about this is a time for you to realize fulfillment, that your dreams are at hand, and if you believe that they are possible, they are able to be realized. So move forward with hope and gratitude.
Well, I'm just reading. Everyone has said thank you. We're basically at the end of the night, so I want to thank everyone who's come out tonight, all the new people, plus all the people we are so lucky to have show up that have been faithful to this show. Thank you so much. May love, joy, peace, and happiness find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be.
Thank you, everyone. It is so nice to see all of you, including the new faces. Masalama, which means go in light.
Good night, everyone.